gear.
So we got the whole flight set up from Adelaide to Brisbane. Just got a taxi clearance here as well. This jetway is positioned a little bit weird, but anyway. We're gonna taxi along Alpha 6, Alpha 5, Alpha 4, then Echo, Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot 3, Foxtrot 6, and then up to runway 5 for departure. We'll not fly over Adelaide port area, so we have no ship traffic on, doesn't make sense. Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please.
But we do have
Commencing push.
fly-by-wire traffic here,
All
so
engines clear. Start at will.
that's gonna be interesting. Engines clear, we need all fuel tanks fuel, so we're gonna start off with number 2 here on grind. That's the jetway passing by just casually here, or actually we are passing through the jetway, I should say. Engine coming alive, we are already past 7, so we can introduce the fuel there. Should be an interesting departure with the scenery here, and taxi shouldn't take too long. I will speed up the taxi part obviously. So we have the flight directors on, we got the LNAV already switched on, let's say outer throttles armed to 220. So we're basically all set. So we're gonna switch to number 1 on as well. Normally you should wait for number 2 to start completely, but you can start them both. And that's 7-ish on the other one. So TCAS we can flick on as well. And then Adelaide doesn't have much height range, so we'll not use the terrain radar here for departure. But we'll use the data, flight path vector, and the TCAS then. And if you're wondering, this is a flight for the Virtual Airlines Sky Team. I have a really interesting video for flight planning, regarding flight planning, how to with using.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Alright, mate.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Engine generators on, left, right, back to auto, APU bleed off, taxi light on, yaw dampers on, otherwise the autopilot will not work. Arm the emergency exit lights, seatbelt sign should be already on. And that's it. I like to go to this position just to get a final check here. We'll switch some lights on just in case. Alright, that's all good, all set. Alright, just wait for our guy to give our taxi all okay here, let's say. So yeah, regarding flight planning, being part of a virtual airline is great because you got tons of destinations to fly to and from. It gives you also some good
tow truck disconnected.
ideas.
Bypass bin removed.
If you're looking for a destination.
Left is clear.
Something
right
new.
is clear.
And then it has a flight plan generator button you can click. Just simply click once and it will generate the whole flight plan using SimBrief. And SimBrief is for free. So you basically got the whole flight plan, including fuel, cost indexes, passengers, cruising altitude. All this information is just with one click of a button done. I will add the video link in the description, like a part 1, the flight planning, where we'll go over it together. And you get great flight planning there. And I'll set up the FMC there as well, so it's really easy to follow along. Not too overwhelming with all the stuff you should set up as a professional, but just the stuff to get you going. And then from there on you can continue practicing and become better. But at least you are able to make full flights, and that's rewarding and interesting. So it's a pity if you're like halfway stuck somewhere, you cannot finish your flight, or your takeoff thrust is not working even when you want to take off. So flaps 5 setting. And taxi thrust is normally around 30. It's exactly 30. That's quite rare already for me to get like spot on 30. Okay, now it's 29.9. Like it can hear me talking almost. Alright, so we're now along Alpha 6 and then we'll continue towards Alpha 5, basically following this way. The ideal taxi speed for taking turns is about 15-ish, and then the maximum is 30, so we'll just taxi down the way here. I took one exit too early, so that's a little bit pity mistake here. Should have come from this side and crossed directly over. But anyway, we're fixing it here along the way. So one final check here. TCAS is on and enable. We had some traffic earlier already. Speed brakes RTO flaps is set at 5. Flight directors on both sides. LNF on. Auto throttle on. 220. 30 here on the ground speed. So we're gonna bring the engines back to idle. There's no traffic ahead of us, so we can switch to tower frequency already. And then I like to keep the speed here just in the corner of the screen. Bring it around 15. This is not such a sharp turn, so we can okay with around 20-ish. Right, and then sometimes I try to be just like rolling a bit forward just to trigger the request. We have to come to a stop. Okay.
Adelaide Tower velocity 2605 at runway 05.
Right, gonna spool him up to 30 again already because I don't see traffic coming in, so I expect a 30.03. That's set up. Engine set around 30 again.
Cleared for takeoff takeoff runway 05.
Clear for
velocity
takeoff, so
2605.
landing lights on, taxi lights off, engine selector switches to continuous. ATC menu away again. Thrust is 32, gonna bring that back a little bit here. And we're gonna go for a rolling takeoff here, that's perfectly fine. I'm using runway texture mod from Marketplace, I don't remember the name exactly. Alright, 40 sets. Wait, yeah, equal spoiling up. Equally, waiting for a little bit of drop, and there we go. Tow gas sets. Green, takeoff thrust, there we go.
Airspeed's alive.
Yeah, alright. Our V1 is 147, rotate should be nearby that as well. 80 knots. Got a little bit of wind from the left, just a little bit. Couple degrees, not much. V1, okay, pulling back a little bit already.
Rotate.
And rotating up.
V2.
V2.
Positive rate of climb.
Okay, gear up then in this case. And off we go.
Velocity 2605. Contact Melbourne Center for 125.3. Good day.
125.3 velocity 2605. Goodbye. Melbourne Center velocity 2605 is passing 1,400 feet climbing.
Alright,
9,000
flaps
feet.
back to 2.
Velocity 2605 Melbourne Center altimeter 30.03 radar contact.
03 still dialed in, so that's good. Alright, switching VNAV on. VNAV is on, VNAV speed, alright, good. Wants us to pitch down obviously a little bit to gain some speed here. Yeah, it's good I didn't enable the ship traffic, it would just impact the FPS and we don't see that much, I think. Alright, pitching up again a little bit here. Alright, landing gear in the off position to get rid of the hydraulic pressure on the system. That's just from the ILS. We don't have ILS set up obviously, but... Alright, using some trim to bring the plane up here. And then F5 to bring back all the flaps in one go already. Okay, good. And away we go. Now we're just gonna reach the 10,000 feet. And then we're good. Then we're on the way to Brisbane. Alright, logo can come off, wing lights can come off as well here. It's daylight anyway, but we're still hand firing here. We got like one final turn and then another one yeah, just tiny turn back there. Alright, let's switch on the autopilot here. There we go. Autopilot is on. 5,200. It's basically no traffic here, huh? I mean, we got TCAS on, but it's quiet. Top of climb is there. It's indicating here, but the plane will pitch down again and gain airspeed very soon. So that's why it will be further away. Alright, 10,000 coming up here soon, so we're gonna dial it up here towards our cruising altitude of 35. Just gonna check if 35 actually is set.
Climb and maintain 15,000 feet velocity 2605.
15. So 15. And then it's strange because it's flight level 180 and we want to go to 350. Yeah, 350. So perform, yeah, 350. So we go back to the next page and then it wants, yeah, 17. Just 17. And we're gonna go to 35. On the leg after Upto, so that's that one. Execute that one. Alright, good. There we go. 350, there it is. That's a lack of 787 miles, and we want to fly it on 35,000 feet. No descent pad after LNAP. Alright, that's okay. We'll fix that later on. Alright, 10,000 already passed, so landing lights can come off here. 35, and we just got a long leg towards our final star. So we'll maintain an eye on our approach when we get closer by. The thing is that if we're coming in at 35,000 feet and our TD is there, we just don't have enough route length remaining to descend. So we'll start descending somewhere there already, but that's for later on. We're past 10,000 feet on the way to Brisbane with some nice weather here, and yeah, I'll go for dinner and check again later on our approach. In the menu of the FS actions, PmDG setup, options, simulation, you can go to like one of the last pages. Pause at top of descent is yes, page 5, and that's just great. It will pause at the top of descent, and then you can just continue on from there again. Alright, so that's it. I will see you on the arrival of Brisbane, or in the easy tutorial video, or anything else. Have a nice day.